around since the 50s, though, and at least a number of families, filthy families, stayed in that apartment before the old Hoffers got to the place.
I know that you've never been in an apartment for the last 20 years, but when people move, they paint them and clean them.
All right. Well, the point is I was on the floor, and I was looking at my Frisky magazine, and Ray's mom came in, and she gave me that German accent. Yeah, get the, whatever. I can't even do her mom. Give me your mom.
Get up.
Get up.
Get up.
Get up. Get up.
No.
I'll get you a mattress. I took the Frisky and slid it under the blanket. I said, no, I'm good, Miss Oldhofer. I am good.
Back off, Irene.
Get up, she said again. I said, I like it on the floor. I'm used to the floor. I sleep on a very hard mattress at home. I used to live in a closet. I'm fine. She's like, get up. I'm like, I'm literally holding the Frisky under the cover. After about 5 times, she literally just came in and said, I insist, and started grabbing for the blanket. I was tugging like on the other side of the blanket. It was really out of a sitcom at this point. So I stand up and bunch up the blanket with the Frisky underneath it and clutch it to my chest. And she's like, give me the blanket. And I'm like, I'm good. Give it to me. Tugging with the thing. Well, somehow.
She would have got you another one anyway.
Somehow, this is Ray in a nutshell. Somehow I managed to keister the Frisky or slide it under her mattress or do whatever it is. She makes a bed, and I slide it under her radar. And one of the greatest coups of my life. I think, boy, did you...
You were slick.
I don't even know how I did this. I don't know how she got the blanket for me without seeing the magazine. We're just standing in the room. I'm in my underpants, whatever. So Ray comes back from babysitting, and I say, whoo-hoo, just dodged a bullet with your mom. He said, what happened? I said, I was hiding the Frisky. I was checking out the Frisky. She came in, she made the bed. She never got the Frisky, and she never saw the Frisky. She's like, Ray's like, that's awesome. Mom! Mom comes walking in. What is it, goddammit, Ray? Guess who was hiding a Frisky magazine under that? Jesus Christ, Ray.
It was come on, it's better to come clean.
Remember the time I was telling you how cheap my dad was?
What about it?
You march right in the living room and explain to him how cheap I said he was.
Did I really do that?
Oh.
I'm not buying that one. I have discretion.
You're not buying that one?
What, did I really, though?
Well, what part don't you buy? That my dad was cheap? Or that you were very prone to telling people things that other people didn't want you to tell?
Maybe the former and the latter. Right. Maybe both.
What part of that story
I gotta go to him tomorrow at 7:30. Don't mess me up right now.
All right. The great Ray Oldhofer in studio. Oh, where did the time go? You want to tell another story?
Let's tell the story of me talking to you on the phone the other night. How about that one?
Why? What happened?
Just, hey, Rezo, congratulations. Giving me, first Adam feeds you compliments, and then he goes, by the way, at that job site, wear sunblock, okay? And shoes, okay?
Okay,
and keep it together. Get a respirator, okay? And by the way, you look homeless. It just goes on and on and on. And look at me. I look nice today, right?
But, Ray, you work construction in flip-flops and nude, oftentimes. It doesn't instill a ton of confidence in the homeowner when you show up in flip-flops, an erection, and cut-off sweats.
The sweet part is the sunscreen.
Immediately get nude and start jumping into the neighbor's pool. Right, when we built my dad's house, you had 2 neighbors' pools you jumped into, right?
Yeah, it would have been a third, but I was so afraid of that bamboo spearing me.
Both nude, by the way.
Well, yeah.
The only thing worse...
They fed me beer for crying out loud.
Oh, great.
My dad's house I grew up in I lived in the garage, which was essentially a Dutch oven. It had no insulation. It had no air conditioning. It had no anything. It was just a stucco box. It's where they would take Cool Hand Luke. It was essentially... It was
Absolutely.
Like... It was a little worse than waterboarding.
Yeah.
Spending a summer in that room.
Get a tennis ball.
Let me tell you what made it. Now, how could it get worse?
Wait, tell the fan story.
I'll tell you how it could get worse. There were 3 pools, the neighbor to my right, the neighbor to my left, and the neighbor behind me. So where the garage was perched, there was a pool 10 foot to one side, 30 foot to the other, and 15 foot to the other. And I heard people all summer long, Marco, Polo, frolicking. No, and I was just seeing it. But I used to sneak into my neighbor's pool late at night because I had no air. And the only way I could cool off is a covert Navy SEAL type dipping.
And he'd hold on to the coping and hold himself under.
Hop over the fence. They had a dog. Climb the fence and lower myself at 2 a.m. Submerge myself in the pool. And then just get out sopping wet. And you could follow the trail of water back into my room and then fall asleep in front of the fan and wake up with a mildew on my head.
By the way, why didn't you just use it all the time? I mean, I would have. I don't get it.
The pool?
Yeah. All three of them.
I didn't know any of those neighbors.
Doesn't matter.
All right. We'll take ourselves a break. I don't know if you know this, but my dad wasn't the, hey, come on over. I'm tossing a Super Bowl party. Bring the 7-layer dip.
Yeah, hello?
Oh, man.
He didn't get out a lot. I don't know if you know that.
He didn't make it to your games and he was 50 feet away.
Well, he did have to cross one street.
I was top one.
Let's be honest. All right. We'll take a break. True or false, Ray?
What?
True or false to this question? From the living room that I grew up in, the house I grew up in, when the home games were being played at North Hollywood High,
you could hear them.
You could hear the band.
Oh, easy.
Interesting.
No, I mean, without a doubt.
All right.
You could even hear Carolla over the loudspeaker. He'd look up then and go, okay, back to reading.
Time to turn the page. We'll take a quick break. Back with Ray next.
Live from L.A., but hear it anywhere on AdamCarolla.com. This is The Adam Carolla Show.
Get more shows like this at 971fmtalk.com.
Back to The Adam Carolla Show.
I've went to school dressed as a black man, yes.
This went over?
Of course, I hung with the Crips.
Yeah.
We had Grape Street Watts in our school, but they loved me.
The brothers, the guys who were busted in, they dug Ray. They played on the football team.
And I was 40 pounds heavier than Ray.
And more with Ray on The Adam Carolla Show.
Yeah. Although he did meet his match in a guy by the name of Mike Garrett.
Oh, Jesus.
Not the guy from USC. Oh. This guy's name was Mike Garrett, right?
Yeah.
We had a guy show up our junior year of football that was the scariest man I've ever met in my life.
He was, but he was a 50-50. He was freckled.
Yeah, he was the scariest kind of brother. He was the light skin with the freckles. And
Colin Bryant.
Yeah, he had a massive afro. He had two 11-inch scars going down the back of each thigh.
Each hamstring. Not in the front, in the back. Yeah, each hamstring, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that was caused from.
I do. He was shot by his girlfriend with a shotgun. We were kind of tight, but he scared me. For good reason.
Mike Garrett was let out of juvie.
Yeah.
And to join our football team.
And would spend first period drinking beer in the park. That was homeroom.
I know that firsthand because Mike Garrett, who was 17, 18, 6 foot, 225.
Maybe even a little heavier. And wheels.
235, had wheels, had a massive fro. And when we used to work out, he'd tell me to come over there and put my fist in his chest, and he'd do curls, and he would blow cool cigarette smoke and beer into my face. And I'm talking about, it was 10 a.m. Yeah. It was like second period. I don't know who let this animal into our school.
Rhodes Scholar, by the way.
Yeah. I can't remember if he finished the season. I never saw him.
We only played like 3 games, and him and I got in a little bit of a tussle, and Coach Nielsen called us in. You two got to get along.
Yeah. I remember when Coach Nielsen, who's got to be dead now, gave us, he gave the team a little speech about Ray. He said, well, Mike Garrett and Ray didn't get along very well, and the only scarier guy than Ray was Mike Garrett. And he said, I
didn't like being upstaged.
Yeah, Ray was playing fullback, and Mike Garrett wanted to play fullback. I remember Mike Garrett.
No, he was running back.
Well, whatever. He was so scary that he tossed Dennis Donahue right out of... Dennis Donahue. Dennis Donahue. Remember Dennis?
Yeah.
Dennis was going through his new wave romantic phase.
Oh, Flock of Seagull.
He was going through his Flock of Seagull stage. And Dennis was a decent-sized guy, sort of second-string football player, and he was a nice kid. And Garrett came walking in and saw him tying up his blousy shirt or something. He's like, get the F out of here. and Garrett, and Dennis Donahue's like, but I'm on the team. He's like, I don't give a ass. And Garrett had joined the team 10 minutes earlier and decided just to toss the guy off.
But not a bad move.
No, the new wave romantic, yeah, he was...
You mind if we dance with your date?
Yeah, he was really... Dennis Donahue looked like the 6th member from Duran Duran, and it was going through that stage, and he got tossed out by Garrett. But when
Coach...
When Coach...
What's that?
He gave him the reflex.
Duran, I get it.
When Ray